That should let everybody know that it's time to take a stand.
Feds say they do have video that they seized during the raids from those freak-offs, so they know who the celebrities are, if there are any involved in the freak-off.
Word on the street is Diddy's got many other celebs running cover for him, trying to keep the whole freak-off secret under wrap. Allegedly, a lot of famous and high-profile people we know were a part of the music mogul's crimes. After the recent name-dropping, we're learning more about the criminal ring in the entertainment world. Up until now, most celebrities have been keeping real quiet, barely saying a word since Diddy's legal problems hit the news. And folks, it's quite logical. Sean Combs is known for his influence and power, and that's why so few in Hollywood have spoken out against him. Now, thanks to none other than Snoop Dogg, all the Wildcats are out of the bag, and a storm is coming to Tinseltown that will wash away all the dirty figures. It wasn't the greatest place to be, so we've got a lot of cleaning up to do. Now, you may be wondering, why is Snoop getting involved at all? Well, according to all the whispers, he was one of those high-profile names who used to attend Diddy's infamous parties back in the day. These bashes are now under investigation by federal agents, and it looks like Snoop is the one who slipped a few disturbing details, naming those who helped Diddy in his criminal activities. As the prosecution states, Combs did not do this all on his own. He used his business employees and other close associates to get his way, and Snoop Dogg knew better than to fall under the influence of the same lifestyle. Ever since his wife Shant became his manager in 2021, he's been keeping his distance from Diddy. Word is, after she stepped in, things between the two rappers cooled off. Now, it looks like Snoop might be getting ready to drop some serious tea about who was behind organizing these parties: established artists, new artists, and producers. With news of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs being arrested in New York City came new revelations regarding his alleged illegal activities. The charges include racketeering conspiracy, intimate trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in illicit acts. All this became evident when authorities found incriminating recordings during the raids. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, but everyone's on edge in Hollywood. Think about it, we've all seen clips of big names at Diddy's parties over the years. The guest lists were stacked with A-listers Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez, and basically everyone you see on TV or Instagram these days. And it may just turn out that a lot of them were involved in the after parties when the most sinister things were happening. The authorities are determined to investigate and prosecute, no matter how powerful, wealthy, or famous someone may be. Apparently, since the raids in March 2024, the feds have had enough time to study video evidence from those freak-offs, and they know exactly who was there. If Snoop starts dropping names, this whole thing could explode and turn the entertainment industry upside down. People are speculating hard that he might expose others who were tight with Diddy and got caught up in his business. And let's not forget Lil Rod's lawsuit, which already dropped some names. He threw shade at folks supposedly connected to Diddy, and now with all these updates, people are looking back to see who was really in the mix. One name mentioned was Diddy's most recent girlfriend, Young Miami. You know, she was rolling with Diddy and everything he was doing. In one interview, she even stated, "He approached me with a lot of business ideas. You should do this, I see this in you," so it was more of that for me. He saw more in me than just music now. Young Miami has been pulled into the mess with claims that she helped move substances for Diddy's victims. Apparently, Young Miami was mixed up in something shady. Moving a substance known as Pink for Diddy back in April, she was losing her chances to soar high in the business and became part of Diddy's crew since they started dating.
Relationship prior to his passing.
Man, I say a week before he died, we was best of friends. 2 days before he died, I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And shit had happened. New York niggas that shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst shit you could think of. And I forgave them. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like them niggas, I want to do some music with them. And that just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like, f them niggas. Them niggas tried to kill me, shot at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with them niggas? About his emotions.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. The East Coast ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Death Row. Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. Well, let it be known then. We know y'all East Coast. We know.
Soar high in the business and became part of Diddy's crew since they started dating. Young Miami was named as a dealer in Lil Rod's add-on to his lawsuit against Diddy in this document. The producer stated that he had witnessed the City Girl singer bringing certain substances to her man when his usual dealer, a guy named Brendan Paul, got arrested. When Brendan couldn't come through anymore, Diddy allegedly started calling up Young Miami to deliver the goods in exchange for some career advancement. No wonder she was ready to ride with Diddy until the end. In addition to elevating her status and standing in the industry, the music mogul reportedly gave Young Miami a generous allowance, something she of course denied, but it looks like she was another enabler and supplier of everything Diddy wanted to keep his sick parties going. There will definitely be more names dropped, and the public can't wait for all these criminals hiding behind the glitz to be exposed. As one person commented, "Let the snitching and throwing people under the bus begin." Another user added, "Next in the lineup, Jay-Z." Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez. But it doesn't end there. The guy who's suing Diddy, Rodney Jones, says he was working on Diddy's latest album between September and November 2022. According to him, things got real uncomfortable when the bad boy CEO wanted to turn Rodney into his little toy boy. Sometimes Diddy would request certain tasks to be done.
I didn't make it happen and Puffy didn't make it happen. One night I was at my house and Puffy's son was over about like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, cuz, what time you going home? And he like, I'm spending the night. I'm like, did you tell your dad? He like, nah, my mom dropped me off. So Kim, rest in peace, was connecting my kids with Puff kids, and they formed a friendship and a bond. When Justin went to UCLA, my son went to UCLA. When Christian was rapping, my son was rapping. When he was modeling, they was flying over the world together. So they forged a friendship and a brotherhood that me and Puff always had. So if we got the opportunity to take these two brands and show people what it can be as opposed to what it used to be, that's what the we gonna do.
Damn, that was hard.
I said I want to do a song with them niggas. That's how I ended. I said I ain't got no issues with Puffy and Biggie in New York on Hot 97.
What did you say?
Because that's how I felt. They tried to get me to not like Puffy and Biggie while we was in the middle of the Death Row Bad Boy feud, and I made a choice that I had no issues with them. That was the Angie Martinez interview back in the days that created havoc between me and Death Row. But then that I had enough sense to know that I had just beat a murder case. Now you want me to get in another one? While I'm in New York with no guns?
Yes.
We ain't the toughest niggas in the world. It's a tough nigga on every block. So when you try to be too tough, that's when your ass get checked.
And tell them not to sleep until they were finished. Rodney accused Diddy of making unwanted advances, like groping him and trying to pressure him into doing things he didn't want to do. Diddy allegedly made inappropriate moves on him multiple times, turning the entire experience into a nightmare. He's a monster, Rodney said. He'll do whatever it takes to get what he wants. He doesn't take no for an answer. He even told me himself, I'll smack my mama. We've known for a while that Diddy was a bit savage, but with every new claim and accusation, it's like we haven't even seen his darkest side. Diddy's public image as a family man and devoted father has developed huge cracks. These stories of him forcing women, and even kids, to do things against their will for his own pleasure are painting a totally shocking picture of what's been going on behind closed doors.
It's Friday morning in Los Angeles, and I'm outside the Criminal Courts building where the trial that's set to get America talking even more than O.J. Simpson's is just about to begin. 23-year-old Calvin Broadus, a.k.a. Snoop Doggy Dogg, the man who made gangster rap mainstream, stands accused of murder. Mysteriously, whilst awaiting trial, Snoop appeared in a slickly produced 18-minute film. Murder Was the Case, showing him involved in a shooting in which he returns fire on his assailants in self-defense.
Okay, I'm here at Woodbine Park. This is where Philip Waldemariam was killed. And I'm going to show you a few things. As you can see, it's a very tranquil park right behind. This is the table where Philip and his friends were allegedly eating their food. And then this is the street where Snoop and Malik and, whoever was really in the car pulled up. And then he was running away. He got shot. I'm not sure if this fence was here, but then he ran down the alley. So here's the park, and here's the carport where Philip Waldemariam probably collapsed and died from his gunshot wounds. And as you can see, it's right next to the park.
But hold up, it gets even more disturbing as we learn the names of those who've been helping him run this business. Jaguar Wright has been out here spilling serious tea on Diddy for a while, even claiming that some of the intimate videos with folks like Justin Bieber and Drake were sold on the dark web. I mean, it kind of explains the whole mess poor Justin Bieber got into. Instead of living a normal life, people around him were just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from him. As the investigation deepens, this whole Diddy situation keeps getting crazier. It's one thing to get caught up in a compromising position, but selling the footage you've got on your own artist. He didn't even stop until he was caught. Apparently, selling those videos was his way of showing Celebs was the daddy in the industry. No wonder the judge doesn't want Diddy out of jail. Ever since the music mogul was arrested, it's like the industry was finally able to breathe.
Exactly.
Right.
I never knew you got that close to the jury.
Right. It was a big lobster party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yo, Snoop.
What's up?
Why so Biggie?
Well, what a thing to say.
What a thing to say. Now, you know what you need to do? You need to put this with these on the side of your head and call back later.
Right.
Didn't your faggot cancel your concert once Biggie died?
No, I did, but I'm out here on the... Who was you anyway?
So, in other words, do you get a lot of that? Do you get accused of, like, killing different people and stuff because you're in the rap world?
No, I mean, that's a curveball, you know what I'm saying? But we deal with those, you know what I'm saying? We swingers.
You had nothing to do with the death of Biggie Smalls.
Was a friend of mine. I spoke on that when I was here.
Right.
When Pac was alive, when Biggie was alive.
Right.
I had nothing to do with that beef. I was one of the mediators trying to make peace while that was going down. Me and Puffy was always cool through the whole situation.
At those private parties and other exclusive events, people say Diddy never held back, acting on whatever fantasies he had. According to court records, prosecutors allege they've obtained information from dozens of victims and witnesses. It's like everyone now wants to snitch on Diddy. TMZ is reporting that at least 2 new people plan to cooperate with the feds, and they're willing to testify in front of the grand jury. According to the indictment, other celebs, Diddy's security, household staff, personal assistants, and associates took part in the alleged crimes and helped hide the criminal activity by using bribery and threats. But the main question is, were they doing it of their own free will, or was Diddy manipulating them? Prosecutors say victims believed they could not refuse calm's demands without risking their financial or job security, or without repercussions in the form of physical or emotional mistreatment. Wealth is one of the tools Diddy allegedly used to keep these illegal activities under wraps, but influence, power, and his public image also played a role. Apparently, Diddy was running a huge empire of intimidation, and anyone who might be involved can pretend to be another victim of his crazy actions. What level of panic are you hearing from all the people who've associated with him over the years? If some of his enablers believe they can sit this one out, there's no chance for them now. Both the feds and the public are watching every suspicious move from the celebs who are close to the bad boy.
Hey, dog, what about the Lakers?
That's what we do agree on. Yeah. They don't like Boston, man. That's one thing about us, man. We don't like Boston, man.
That's what we gonna go to the game and bring this thing on home. You know, we the good luck charm.
Yes, sir.
As one person wrote, "Enough with the famous and rich getting away with this crap," another user added, "A lot of people in entertainment, sports, movies, politicians are very worried. It looks like showbiz will be facing tough times in the next few months as the feds dig for clues and connections in this high-profile Diddy case." What do you think about all this, folks? Who do you think will be arrested next? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos.
The night before we did the interview, somebody hit us with a message, hunting jaguars, all this demonic shit, the Illuminati's coming to get you, Clive Davis is coming to get you, and you know, whatever. But it wasn't until we got sent another message from the same account, from the hotel right across from ours, and the shit was facing our hotel window.
So
actually, that was right before we left.
Got you.
Storm happened before we left. When we had to leave was when we did the Tasha K interview.
Got you.
And Storm wasn't supposed to get what he got.
Right.
But I gave it to him.
Right.
See, Tasha wanted him to fluff me up. She was supposed to get the big interview. But I gave it to him. I knew what I was doing. Because I wanted to see what the fuck she was really all about. You've planted people in my life. You've planted people around me. Y'all doxed me. Then we went to Vegas. And that Toxic Diamond, who also worked for Tasha K. And all of this was leading up to surviving Jackson. He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this ass motherfucking game with people that you love, that you like, you know, too many coincidences.
Too many.
You honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog too.
Mm.
And congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that shit?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on with it. Yeah, a lot of people are looking at it as like that's the way the new relationship should work.
What, to get paid?
Yeah, basically.
She was getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What the is going on that $250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like the fact that he I'm just saying, the fact that he cut from 500 to 200, who the gives a shit? 200K, who 250K? Who turning down 250K a month? What the is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Singer-songwriter Jaguar Wright has been in the news lately for her shocking accusations made against some of the greatest stars in the music business. She has leveled allegations of abuse, exploitation, and misconduct against Jay-Z, Diddy, Common, Talib Kweli, and other people.
There's gotta be some dark. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K. 4 million every quarter. Well, I'm sorry, $1 million every quarter. Now, she was getting $2 million a quarter, but then she got, you got going on that's so deep that it ain't worth $1 million a quarter. That's how he operates. He has people followed. He has people watched. He does all kinds of. He's a fucking piece of shit.
Too much money.
I feel bad for the kids. Like, don't